Hi everybody, this is Michael Van Horn, the Social Chef. I am really fortunate today. I have my, not the only neighbor, but my favorite neighbor, the best neighbor in the neighborhood, otherwise known as the mayor, Debbie Moss. So I have been really lucky because Debbie is always bringing me these treats. So I asked her if she would mind sharing her recipe with everybody else. So today, Debbie is going to be making a chocolate treat, perfect timing for Mother's Day. Debbie, welcome.
Hi, Mike. How you doing?
My favorite neighbor.
And one of my favorite neighbors too.
This is great. So tell me, what are we making?
Okay, so today we're actually going to do two things. The first thing we're going to make is chocolate covered pretzels. And the reason why we're doing chocolate covered pretzels is if you were to go to the store, and how this all came about was I must have been someplace, and sure enough, I walked along on the street and I saw these gorgeous chocolate covered pretzels with all these different things. And I'm thinking, oh my God, that looks amazing. And like one of them was like a fortune. And
they're expensive.
They are. So I figured, you know what, I could do that. I'll figure out how to do it. So I got into it, and a couple of my friends got into it also. And we kind of perfected what we think is a great way to make a chocolate covered pretzel. And what we do is we put all different types of things on top, depending on whose house we're going to. And if they're allergic to nuts, obviously we don't use any nuts. But, and it became sort of a signature thing whenever we go to someone's house, and I say, what can I bring? They go, could you make chocolate covered pretzels? So I always say, fine, but then I'm kind of wondering, like, why isn't anybody else ever picking up on it? And I always tell them it's really an easy thing to make. But I think they get a little overwhelmed because they come out, they really look good when they're done.
And you're going to show everybody the step-by-step, all the ingredients that you use.
Absolutely, and I'm also going to show you ways that I cut the corners so that, you know, I'm really busy. Most people are really busy these days, and you want to make something, but you don't want to make too much of a mess in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
And, you know, this is the kind of thing that you can make ahead of time, you can freeze, you can make it into packages, all kinds of fun things, and it's just like a one-stop. You do it, and you're done, and it's great.
And it's a family thing.
It is a family thing.
It's something you can do with a family. It's the key thing here is not to keep these types of things in your home.
That is probably the hardest thing about making chocolate covered pretzels is one, you'll see that a lot of the toppings that you put on the top, you know, don't always hit the pretzel, so therefore they're kind of left, and how do you not nibble? So, you know, that's dangerous. And then when they're in the house, they're kind of staring at you, and even when you make your packages up, I wrap them really quickly so that I don't eat them. So
I know.
But it's a lot of fun. I mean, a lot of my daughter's friends, when they've come down from college or whatever, they love when I send packages up. So will you make chocolate covered pretzels, Mrs. Moss, and everything? I'm like, okay. And then I said, well, you guys have to help. So then I'll get them all going, they all watch, and then they all come and put whatever they want on them, and it's just a fun thing.
So, all right, so we're going to get started, and let's first cover the ingredients, the things that you may need in order to do this.
Okay, so one of the things, the first thing that you're going to need is what they call candy melts. And you can get these at AC Moore if you have one near you, Michael's.
And you don't need to use high-end stuff.
No, I mean you can use whatever.
You can use whatever.
These I found to be really good. I really like the melt. There's different ones that they have at AC Moore that they don't have at Michael's, but we don't have an AC Moore really close. I kind of wait till sometimes I see them on sale and I pick up, I stock my house with this stuff. Because again, it holds for a while in the house. It's the kind of thing that you can have around that if you're going to be invited someplace and you're like, oh, I want to do something neat.
You can just do it real quick.
You kind of have, all you have to do is go get the pretzels, you're done.
Perfect.
Or the little fun stuff,
Perfect.
so it's great. So I usually buy different types. This is the light cocoa, which is like milk chocolate. This is white chocolate, and this is dark cocoa. They also come in colors, you know, for different holidays. They have red.
You're the best mom. You're just like this is, you know, I should be making this for you. Or where's Bob? I need to get Bob over here, Bob. We need to make this for Debbie.
So anyway, well, we'll make this for Mother's Day, and I'll be able to share with people this weekend, so that'll be fun. So that's the candy that you need, and we're going to show you, you know, sometimes they recommend to use a double boiler. Some people get a little bit scared of that. I use the microwave. I kind of cut the corners wherever I can, so it's less mess.
Faster.
And it's easy, plus I have more control, and you'll see that.
Perfect.
I like to use the big pretzels, the old-time pretzels by Snyder's, the pounders. But these are fun, but you can use any pretzels really, but the thicker, you're going to see why you need kind of fat ones.
Can you do potato chips?
You can do anything. You
can
do potato chips, and this kind of thing. You know, we're going to do this with strawberries too. We're going to make chocolate covered strawberries. I've done chocolate covered grapes. You know, you can kind of make chocolate covered.
Wow, so we can get a little romantic here. Well, not us, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
A little romantic. a little romance here. So guys, this is something you can make for your wives for Mother's Day, not just your mom, but your wife, and serve her some chocolate, a little bit of champagne, and
there you go.
You're in.
You're in. So there you go. So it's a lot of fun. So these are the pretzels. Sometimes I also get the long rods. That's another technique. You'll see them. Sometimes people put the rods together.
Yeah.
We've done this because this is such a neat thing. We've done a lot of fundraisers and made packages. Or sometimes we've had the individual rods and we've given them out as a favor, so you can make them for showers or baby showers or wedding showers. I mean, it's a nice little thing to take back, so you just kind of have fun. Hi, Bale.
If you're wondering why Bailey is hanging out here, Debbie has been my saving grace with all my dogs. When I first moved here, I met her and Bob, and they're from Pennsylvania. And so we obviously hit it off because we're from the same town, but she's a dog lover like me, and she has been a saint and really helped me a lot. A lot. So anyway, it's an emotional thing. Because those of you that know me lost my one dog who Debbie really had taken care of. So anyway, Deb, what are we doing first?
Okay, wait, and then here's the other things. Okay, we forgot about the toppings.
Got it.
Okay, so this is the fun part. We forgot to put this in, Mike. Okay, so what we're going to do, actually, is, again, what are we going to put on top of our pretzels? Well, we can just leave them chocolate. We're going to drizzle stuff on to make them look fancy. Some people like them plain. I have a friend who actually is diabetic, so he only allows himself one. So he says
that's impossible.
I know. So he says if you just don't put any toppings on, I know maybe I can eat two, because he's trying to keep the sugar count down. Again, we wouldn't recommend it, but anyway. So I make some plain because some people don't like things on it. So today what I've kind of put together was we're going to put some chocolate covered raisins because people like that. We have some walnuts, some people like nuts.
So we'll crush those up, right?
Yep. Okay. These are snow cones or nonpareils, the little tiny ones. These are chocolate covered peanuts. That we got turned on to because my daughter's boyfriend, Ben, likes chocolate covered peanuts. So his favorite, I think, is the white chocolate pretzels with the peanuts on, chocolate covered peanuts on the top.
These are my favorite.
And Michael likes little mini M&Ms, and we also have just sprinkles. So you can put anything you want on them, but this is just to give you an idea of how beautiful they look and how colorful, and it's a lot of fun.
Okay.
And I think with that we can get going.
All right, so let's do it. So what's first? This is fun. I'm excited.
So the first thing that we're going to do is we need a place, one, to have the pretzels actually sit. Some people can use parchment paper, I brought that along, but we're not. We're just going to go simple and go with wax paper. So basically you need a flat surface because sometimes you might put it in the fridge to get hardened if it's too humid out.
Like
so
Florida?
Yeah, but sometimes they don't because it changes the color of the pretzel sometimes. But
true.
Sometimes I'm in a rush and I got to get out the door and they're not quick enough, so I kind of put them in the refrigerator, let them get a little bit harder, and then wrap it up when we're done.
Okay.
So you just put wax paper on the top, and then what we're going to do is actually take the pretzels after we dip them and just line them up on the wax paper.
Okay. All right. So the first thing we need to do is what? After we put these down, do we?
One more. Put that on there.
We do.
It's easy. Okay. Simple. So we're done with our wax paper. We can put that away. We're making a clean area because we're going to make a mess. Okay. So should we do dark or light chocolate first?
Let's do the light chocolate. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
All right, so you're going to open up your bag. Oh, one of the things that I like, this is from the Pampered Chef. This is one of their glass bowls, which, did you know that if you actually bake a cake in this and flip it upside down, you can put a Barbie in it. It looks like a Barbie doll dress cake.
No.
It's the shape of Barbie's outfit. Anyway.
Just what I want, a Barbie doll cake.
Just in case, if you're a mom, I'm sure you've heard that before. You stick or you just stick the head in. But it's kind of interesting. All right, Michael's got the scissors. That helps. So what I'm going to do is actually, I'm only going to put half in for now, because it takes a little bit, whatever. I'm just going to dump a good portion of the chocolate in, and it sits in my little glass, and then we're going to put it in the microwave, and I'm going to put, you could use the double boiler, clean the neck. We're going to put it on for about 3 minutes.
Okay, just dial it up to 3.
Okay.
Press it in.
And then power, I'm going to put it on 3.
3?
It could be 2, it could be 3. I'm just going to want to, because I want to keep...
Oh, that's 10.
Oh, there we go. And I just click it on. Okay, so what that's going to do is warm it up. You can't really tell. It doesn't look appetizing, but it is. So we're actually going to stir this up. Not the hardest thing in the world to do. till all the lumps are out. So it's going to get nice and creamy.
It went really smooth, huh?
It smells like Kilwin. Smell. Mmm.
Mmm.
Okay.
You know, I'm not a big chocolate fan, but on pretzels, on potato chip, that's the problem, is when you bring these things over, that's why I love when you bring them over, but at the same time, it's a love-hate relationship.
Why do you think I'm bringing them over? I got to get them out of my house. Oh. Okay, so there we go. So it's nice and smooth. All right, so now, this is the fun part. You take your pretzel, we dip it in, we flip it over, so it gets the chocolate. Tip, tap, 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 tap. And then,
Voila. Look at that.
just put that down, and we're going to keep going. You want to try one, Mike?
Sure.
Go for it.
Let's do it. And then if you don't like, if you're someone who doesn't like, what do you call it? Salt. You can buy the pretzels without salt.
Exactly. If you like them burnt, you can get the ones that are burnt. And I know why we do like pretzels, because we're from Pennsylvania, and that's where they make pretzels. True? Originally?
Right.
That's why we're probably...
How's that?
That looks good.
Pretty good?
Looks good to me.
All right.
And one of the things that, I think that's really cool about what you're doing, Michael, is that, I work with, I'm a therapeutic recreation specialist, and one of the things I do, obviously, is teach people how to use their free time and leisure time to, help them fill their needs. And so many people are afraid to try things. If they were to see a recipe and say, here's the recipe, you can do it. And you can
Looks
see it's
overwhelming.
Really, it's overwhelming. You see all the ingredients and you're like,
I would never do this.
Exactly.
This is easy.
Right. So, but when you can see it and watch somebody do it, you say, you know what, this is not that hard.
Yep.
But more importantly is to try it. Like, you may try this and, the pretzels don't come out perfect, because when you get done, they're going to look pretty cool. But each time you do it, you get better and better. So
sure.
it's taking that risk, and actually, the visual really helps. And having
the whole thing, the benefit here of doing all this right now, I mean, how many of you want to present something to your wife or your mom for Mother's Day, and this is nothing better than something that's made from the heart.
Right. And it's homemade.
You can go buy this stuff, but when you actually go out and you've taken the time to
like, people don't believe you made these, and when it's wrapped and everything, they're like, seriously? And I'm like, yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's not really... All right, so while Michael's doing that, we're almost done. Okay, see, Mike, we don't want it to look really glossy. So then what we're going to do is, Michael likes M&Ms. So Mike, here's that, we're watching this one. So basically, this is why I said to you, there's going to be a lot of leftover pieces, which is very dangerous.
Oh, no. You're doing this in my house.
So you kind of just flip them on now. There are people that are a little bit anal, and we love them, that like to put one on and put them in perfectly. I kind of think that the more creative you are with them, just flop them on, big deal. Like, here's a thumb. But, you just kind of sprinkle them on, because who cares? That's a nice big piece. Some people's favorite part is just picking off.
Yeah.
Picking off.
After I'm done eating your pretzels and you put them on the tray because you decorate it so nice, I just go in and I grab all the pieces that are left over. Yeah, should I decorate these? Oh no, we will.
We can.
Yeah?
Yeah, knock yourself out. There we go. Here's some peanuts. Again, watch for people with peanut allergies. It's really dangerous. So, and again, I think all the M&Ms. Yep.
That's awesome.
So you take your pretzel, you dump it in, like so. You kind of press it down, not hard. Flip it over, bring it up, and then you're just going to tap it very gently.
And why are you tapping it?
So the excess, so it's not glumpy and all whatever,
It looks more...
and it looks really pretty. So it has that nice gloss to it, and that's how it'll dry. And here goes another one, just really easy. I mean, this is not rocket science. They look great, and anything. I've come to learn that with the internet and with the computers, if you could probably do anything these days, anything that you would need, you could look up and figure out how to do it and just give yourself a shot. And right. So again, one of the things that I think is just great is like websites like yours, Michael. They're just incredible. I mean, the other day I had you know, I think you linked into me on Pinterest, Pinterest, and I have loved your turkey. It looked amazing with the stuffing, with this sausage stuffing. And I can't tell you how many of my friends just started following me, like, I like, it's amazing. And they're like, Deb, I never thought to put, you know, sausage in a stuffing for Thanksgiving. That's something so different and so, you know, incredible. So it's just so much fun.
Thanks.
You know, here's different ways, you know, I'm drizzling. I love these nonpareils, they're really good. And this is on the dark chocolate. And I'm just having a good time, just dumping stuff on. And I'll make some more of the M&Ms for Michael because he likes them, but he told me I'm not allowed to leave much of this at his house. So I won't. And right now they just look good. They don't look great. But the next step is the one that just takes it over the edge. And that's the thing that you have to perfect a little bit. Easy as 1, 2, 3 once you get the hang of it. And sometimes less is more. I'll leave a couple blank, just like that. Okay, so the next step is you just dump. This is the light cocoa. I'm just dumping them in the bag. It's in a Ziploc bag because this is microwave safe. I'm going to actually seal it, maybe leave a little air. And I'm going to put it in the microwave, same procedure, except I'm not going to put it in as long.
All right, so now what are we doing?
I took this out, it's soft, and I'm just making sure all the lumps are out.
Okay, so you put it in a baggie, but what's the purpose? What are you actually doing here? So you're gonna drizzle,
yes,
almost like a baker,
yes,
like a baker takes the cream.
Right.
Oh.
Because then this way I can throw it out when I'm done. Okay. And what we're
sweet.
going to do is we're just going to take the scissors and kind of just make the smallest little cut. Maybe that's a little bit too much. So then you just kind of wave it back and forth and you make a drizzle. And we're going to do this. But we're going to do this with each one of the flavors. So we're going to do the chocolate, the dark chocolate, the light chocolate.
So now you're putting dark chocolate on too, Deb?
Mm-hmm. Just to make it fun. And then I'm going to put some white chocolate just to give it some pizzazz. It can go any which way. So now I'm putting the white chocolate on top just to give it a little bit of pizzazz. And again, I use it, you can use a professional bag, I guess, that you can melt the chocolate in, that they would use. I just use Glad, because one, it's easy, I have it in the house, and I like the fact that when I'm done with it, I can throw it out, I don't have to clean it, and we're done. And sometimes I make the cuts too big, and it gets thick. It's all fun.
We're back, and we're done.
Yep. Yes, we are.
So that really was not very long at all. I mean, this is not, the hard part is just really getting the ingredients. Because once you get started on this, it's just go, go, go. And as you said before, you can, I mean, how many of you would like to do something like this with your family, get the kids involved and do something for Mother's Day, for your wife? We're going to make something next that you guys are going to, this is for the guys. I'm going to hook you guys up, the men.
But it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, awesome. So we got a couple trays here, and obviously we got a lot more chocolate, so we can do a lot more. But we just wanted to show you this. So these are Debbie Moss. This is her. You can follow her on Pinterest.
Yes.
So
we'll
Debbie,
have to put it up there now.
Yep. We'll post you up there. So this is fantastic. All right, Deb. Let's get started with the other stuff. And everybody, thanks for watching. This is a great treat. Thanks, Debbie.
Thanks
Love
for
you.
inviting me. Love you too.
Thanks.